up whilst watching YouTube videos or Netflix or something, and so there's just loads and loads of makeup all over it. Right. Let's tweet about the fact that I'm doing a live show, because currently I don't think anyone knows or anyone cares. Right, let's tweet. Live right now, over on YouNow. Hooray! How we doing? I'm also currently painting my nails, so enjoy that. Do you guys like my new t-shirt? I bought it from Primark the other day. I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. Thank you very much, Catherine Hodgson96. Tell you what, ever since I've had to do an American accent every day, it's like my tongue gets tired. My tongue gets very tired very quickly. So when I go back to just talking normally to people, I just it's like my tongue's too big for my mouth. Thank you very much, Sean S. How am I getting on with my Hufflepuff love interest in Adams? Who is Ollie a Hufflepuff, or is Lucas been deemed a Hufflepuff? Because I don't know. Me and Ollie have had a vague Harry Potter-esque conversation, but that was about the play, which I still haven't seen, which I really need to see. Guys, I'm loving rehearsals. I think I was born to be an Adams. It feels, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm just really excited about it. I'm really excited to be part of this show. I'm really excited to be doing all the scenes and stuff and be working with such awesome people. In fact, I meant to tweet and I completely forgot. But today was our last day of our first week of Addams Family. And I just feel so privileged and so honoured to be working with the people that I'm working with, because everyone's an absolute dream. Like, no one's... But that makes me think. So you know how they always say, like, oh, you've got one dippy friend, and if you can't figure out who it is, then it's you. You know what I mean? Or everyone, like, there's always one arsehole in a classroom, and if you can't figure out who it is, then it's you. That's what I'm always worried about. Because if I work with a group of people who are like a group of amazing people and not one of them is a knob, thank you very much, Courtney D, then I'm really worried that it's me. I don't think it is, because I make a point of like trying to be as nice as possible, but I do wonder. Right, I'm trying to decide whether I paint my nails red or whether I paint them black, but I have two black nail polishes that I think are both, like, running out. I don't really know. Do I want to paint my nails red? What do you guys think? Red or black? I'm not doing both. I'm not turning up at rehearsals on Monday with black and red nails. Maybe red. Maybe red. I don't know. Everyone's saying black. I've had black nails for the past week. Gary's mum says red, so I'm thinking maybe I should go with red. I'm going to go with red. I've not done red in a while. I feel like red is still vaguely Wednesday-ish. Am I related to Tom Fletcher? Yes, I am. He is my disgusting big brother. Red, red, the blood of angry men. Black, the dark of ages past. Is there any left in this? Oh, there is quite a bit of black in there. Oh, the decisions. Oh no, I'll leave it for a second. And I will decide in a minute. Thank you very much, Meg M. That's very, very nice of you. Can you guys hear and see me all right? I feel like I'm talking very quietly. everyone keeps wanting to hear my American accent. If you come see the show, you will hear my accent. And I'm sure at some point in a video, when I'm filming like rehearsals and stuff, you'll hear it. Thank you very much, Kaylee C. That's very nice of you. Yeah, we had an accent coach come in the other day. Is that, yeah, it is a key necklace. Little key. Thank you very much, Theatre Kid Kate. Yes, we had an accent coach come in for the American accent. Thank you very much, Daisy Thomas. And yeah, the accent coach, it was like, American is like one of the only accents I can do. It's pretty much the only accent that I can do. And it's the one I'm most confident with. But even then, there are still things that I stumble over. Thank you very much, Megan R. There are still lots of things that I stumble over. And when you put certain words together, that means that the first word then changes, or like the stresses that American people put on certain words. Like we would say, for instance, we would say something like apple pie. We put the stress on pie, whereas apparently it needs to be apple pie. Like the stresses are equal on both words. I don't have many of those in it, but it's like there's just certain words with lots of. I have one line that's got like the most R's that you could put in one line. So when you're doing that with an English accent, an R is even barely there. But with an American accent, it's like you really bite into the R's. So it's interesting and different. And just when you've not done that fluently or for a very long time, like an extended period of time, it's difficult. Hi, Molly! Hi! Yes, I have put a new video up. There's a new video up on my main channel, so youtube.com/Carrie. I've just put a video up with my friend Johnny Vickers, and it's really, really funny. Someone said an Australian accent is my favourite to do. The only thing that I can say in an Australian accent is something that Crush says from Finding Nemo. I've talked about Crush like 4 times this week. I don't know why I keep referencing him. And even then, it's like a real like crap American accent, Australian accent. It's like really exaggerated accent, and no one in Australia would ever talk like it. Leave them on the beach to hatch and kick, they find their way back to the big old blue. That's literally it. That's all I've got as far as Australian goes. I love it. So someone captured a moment of Carrie Hope Fletcher. So that awful Australian accent has probably now been immortalised. Hello, Mr. Charlie Quirk. How are you? I still have that Eiffel Tower that you made for me out of a champagne, like, wiring. Still have that somewhere. Gary's mum asks, what's your favourite tea? I just like Builder's tea. Like English breakfast Builder's tea. Well, they're saying that when I'm feeling ill or a bit run down, I really love elderberry and echinacea tea from Pucker, I think. I'm going with the red, guys. The red nail polish. Did you say polish or varnish? Yeah, red's fun. Red's fun. There isn't really a story behind my key necklace. I think I got given it by a jewellery company, I think. And it's really awful that I can't remember which one. I don't know, I have a thing about I'm a very steampunk type person. I really like keys and locks and cogs and stuff like that. So yeah, I like keys. I like keys quite a bit. Did I go to Quilliam's tea shop? I did. The Quilliam Brothers tea shop was amazing, and I'm kind of gutted that we're not going to Newcastle on the Addams Family tour, so I can go back there. There was also another place that I went to, another tea shop. They did really good crumble. I can't remember where it was. It's annoying. I mean, I know it was in Newcastle, I can't remember what it was called. Something as singing kettle, singing teapot, something like that. God, I'm so crap at doing my nails. I've got it everywhere. It's probably because I'm talking at the same time, trying to multitask. I'm not very good at it. And when I say not very good, I mean absolute horrendously crap at it. What's your fave most fun voice warm up? I love the 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8, 8, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I love that one. And I like it when they then ask you to miss out letters. I can only miss out the number 3. Anything else and I suck. Pete isn't here. He is at his mum's house in... I don't know why I said that confused, because I know exactly where he is, but he's at his mum's house. I was about to say where, but I'm not going to tell you where, because that would be weird. So he's visiting family and friends and stuff, whilst I've been in rehearsals every day. What's your next tattoo going to be? I don't know. I just want more. It's got to a dangerous point now where I'm running out of places to hide them, and I still just want more. All the time. Every time I see someone with a tattoo, I'm like, oh, where did you get it? Tell me now. Why did you get it? What's the reason behind it? I love it. Tell me everything. Talk to me. Talk to me! No, I don't think I'd ever get anything Disney or Harry Potter unless it was really subtle. I wouldn't want to have a branded tattoo, something that was very clearly from something else. Yeah, I forgot one on the back of my neck, but what if they then had to shave all my hair off for a role, which I would do if that had to happen. I'd love a floral tattoo, that would be cool. Wait. Carol, please book Addams Family for Beatrice. I approve this message. I've been sleeping so badly recently because of I think it's because of rehearsals, because I've had so much look at my mismatched hands. I've had so much information go into my head in the last 5 days, and it's just sort of buzzing. It feels like it's just sat in my head like a ball, and it's just going like a fly trying to get out of a room and bouncing against the windows. That's what it feels like in my own head. I just keep thinking about so many different things. I suddenly start running lines in my head and then get frustrated when I don't know it, so then I have to turn my light on and look at the script. Otherwise I'm just going to keep thinking about it until I know what that line is. or lyrics, or like the vague blocking and choreography that we've gone through, and I'm like, ugh. That teen girl 03 has invited 17 fans to this broadcast. That's really nice of you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Do you enjoy playing evil characters or good characters? I've never played an evil character. I would love to. I would love to be a villain one day, or a bully, or like a school bitch or something. I would absolutely love that. But I feel like Wednesday's a really fun mix of the two, because she is a good person. She is a good person. She tortures people and kills innocent animals. But she's a good person within her own world. Within the Addams family, she is a good person. But she's mad. She's crazy and she's kooky and she's just wild. And I love that. Like, I really, really love that. I love playing, like, the good teenage daughter who's barking. I love that. Like that sudden, like, crazy look in her eyes. She's creepy and she's kooky, mysterious and spooky, and altogether ooky, the Addams family. Ba-da-da-dum. Scott! Scott Page is here! Scott, you know I can guest you. I can, like, you can be on this screen as well if you want to. That would be a lot of fun if you wanted to. Scott, if you can figure out how to be a guest. I don't know. How does Scott become a guest? How do I do that? Oh, wait, I can do it. Scott, I'm inviting you. I'm inviting guest. It's connecting. Oh my god. Scott!
No!
Babe!
Is this working?
Yeah! You're really like... what's the word? Like, you're breaking up. Babe. You're breaking up, babe.
This is very long.
Oh, God. There you are. Hello. Hello. What are you laughing at?
I don't
Oh my god, you sound like an alien. What's going on?
What's going on? So I like...
Scott, you sound like an alien. Your internet's awful.
I come in peace. I come in peace.
Oh my god, Scott.
Right, 1 second. Let me just try and get a better signal.
Okay. Where are you? Just at home? Oh, you might have gone. Oh, no, that... Oh. What? Scott, what happened? Yeah, I think it's on his phone. I mean, that was hilarious. Thank you very much, Miss Cookie Monster. I'm attempting to paint the other nail now. Other nails. I don't know where Scott went. We might not get him back. I'll FaceTime him after this. I am snowed under. You are now the #1 fan on this FaceTime. On the FaceTime? What's going on? You now. Oh yeah, sorry, snowed under. Forgot about that. Because I am incredibly smart. Oh god. Do you think you'll audition for a film, or do you think you'll stay on stage? If a film came up that I was like suitable for, then I mean, I've auditioned for films in the past, so yeah, I'd love to, but it all just depends on whether I'm right for it. But yeah, no, I mean, I feel like the stage is where I feel most comfortable and where I feel most at home. Yeah, that's where I feel like, sort of, as cliche and cheesy as it sounds, that's where I feel like my heart belongs. That's where my heart sort of calls out to. Just something about the stage that I bloody love. But yeah, if a film came along that was interesting and I was, right for it, and they thought I was suitable for it, then absolutely, I'd love to. But right now, all of my excitement and love and time and effort is completely on Addams Family, because I'm just so excited about it. Scott just texted me. I'll FaceTime him later. That was very funny though. Oh man, if I had the opportunities, I've just gone and smudged my nail. Oh, and now the other one. I'm so bad at this. If I had the opportunity to be Doctor Who's companion, then oh my god, I would jump at that. And yes, because they're doing. Someone said, would I want to play Lydia Dietz? I absolutely would. Absolutely. Yeah, Beetlejuice is becoming a musical, isn't it? I am getting to that point, though, where I'm sort of getting too old to play teenagers. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Giants in the Sky 5. Whoa, thank you. You are now #1 fan. That's awesome. Thanks so much. I'm trying to drink my decaf coffee with, like... Okay. I'm just going to sit like this for a bit. Oh god, I can't sit up. Yeah, well, people play teenagers into their 30s, but that's because they still look like teenagers. But I think I've got sort of like, 3 or 4 more years left, maybe, before I start to look like a nearing 30-year-old. Yes, the Addams Family soundtrack, you can buy the Broadway version on Amazon, which is where I bought mine. But I think all the tracks are on YouTube. I think it might be on Spotify. Oh, who's making horrible comments? Who's making horrible comments? I've missed it. Can you give me a username, please? Oh, the YouTube live chat. I'm the worst. Hang on. I'm on it. YouTube live chat. Oh, mute myself because I don't want to hear myself. Oh. Yeah, so this person has been an arse before. I blocked this person from my other account, from my other YouTube account. Oh, how sweet. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . dear. Right, let's get rid of you then, shall we? I blocked you because you're a bit of an arse, if I'm totally honest. Blocked and reported. There we go. Oh, I hate people like that. Just be nice. Just be nice. There's no reason not to be. Just be nice. Whoa, you can also go away, Jess Glynn. What the hell? No. Gone. All sorted. There we go. Oh, you're censoring people. No, I'm not. I'm keeping my community safe and happy and looked after. Only love is spoken here. So many people have an issue with that. And I understand it to an extent. Like, so many people have an issue with deleting can't speak. With the need... Oh, wow, I can't talk today. With deleting negative comments. Thank you very much, Kaylee C. So many people have an issue with deleting negative comments or... yeah, people say it's like censoring. And firstly, I was under the impression that censoring was specifically like a government and company thing. Like, it's only censoring when a government is stopping a company from saying what they need to say, or, you know, whatever. As you can see, I'm really clued up on this. But, you know, everyone's more than welcome to say whatever they want, but I don't particularly want them saying it in my comment thread. Like, you can go somewhere else and say it. I'm not stopping you from saying it. Just don't say it in my vicinity, because I don't really want to hear it or read it. It's like that. I made a video called Only Love Is Spoken Here, and it's like someone coming into my living room. Like, it's like, say this You Now chat is my living room. It's like someone coming into my living room and having a go at me or one of my guests. No one would have an issue if I turned around and was like, excuse me, can you get lost, please? Can you leave? And, you know, slam the door behind them. Everyone would be like, well, yeah, he was being an arse. But on the internet, it's suddenly a different thing, and I don't see why. Like, I'm not just going to sit by and be like, oh, that guy's calling that other girl, or that girl is calling that person, or, you know, one person's being an arse to another person, and I'm just supposed to sit there and go, well, you know, it's the internet. You're just allowed to do that here. No. Go away. I don't want you here. And yeah, you're basically in my living room right now, so, you know. My hair's really annoying me today. My hair's at that length where it's just... it can't quite decide if it's short or if it's long. And it's annoying me. But I'm going to persevere and get through it and get it long again, so I can cut it all off again. Am I smudging my nails? How are we feeling? Every time I say that, it's basically, fun story. I'm about to name drop here. I interviewed Will Smith a couple weeks ago. Clang! That's me dropping the name. I interviewed Will Smith a couple of weeks ago. Thank you. I interviewed Will Smith a couple of weeks ago, and I was sat outside the room that I was going into to interview him, And I was sat there sort of going through my questions, going through my notes, and I heard them walking up. So it was Jacob Lattimore, Naomi Harris, and Will Smith, and their like people. And I heard them coming up the corridor, and I was like, I don't just want to walk and just stare at them as they walk up the corridor. So I just concentrated on my notebook, and I was sat there, and all of a sudden Will Smith's face just appeared here as he knelt down and went, "How y'all feeling?" And I was like, "Great, thanks. You're Will Smith, and this is really cool." Gary, you are back. It wasn't really my American accent, that was me being crap. How y'all feeling? It was me being a very, very exaggerated Will Smith. Oh, I'm gonna yawn, I'm really sorry. If you had to go on for happening right now, could you remember it all? I reckon so. I reckon it would take me a couple of seconds to remember before I had to do something. But yeah, I reckon I'd remember it all. I don't know if it's the same with like riding a bike. Because my memory is getting crap. In the sense that like I'll do a concert and like I'll learn like 3 songs for that concert. As soon as the concert's over, I can't remember those songs anymore. It's like I was saying, like I'll play a song. Thank you very much. I am Snowy Dunder. I'll play a song, like I'll write a song and play it, and as soon as it's up on my YouTube channel, gone. Can't remember it anymore. No idea how to play it. Not a clue. Will Smith was lovely. Like, really cool. Like, just cool. That's like the best word I can use to describe him. He was just really super, super cool. Oh god, I can't stop yawning. I've opened the floodgates. How we feeling about the red? This chat's moving really fast. Gary approves of the red, so that's good. We're going to put the top coat on in a minute. Oh, God. I've hit that point. I've hit that point where I can't stop yawning. Thank you very much, Alsu. Alan Menken was the nicest man. The nicest man. Like, charming, funny, unbelievably talented, so passionate about what he did. Thank you very much, Catherine. So passionate about Disney and music and musicals. It was just wonderful to meet him. I don't live on my own. I live with my boyfriend, but he's away at the moment. Thank you very much, Emerald Apples. That's a really good username. Do you and Pete ever have serious fights? Yeah, of course we do. Every couple does. Most of them are about stupid stuff, like the washing up or the hoovering, or who's making dinner. But yeah, we've had like serious fights before, but so does everyone. Oh, I've really hit that point. I can't stop yawning. I'm so sorry. I can't apologise enough. Is it bad to be super into a relationship after a while? I'm like that. If I fancy someone, you know, I'm hardcore about it. I don't do anything by half. And that's the beginning of any relationships like that. The beginning of any relationship, they call it the honeymoon phase, don't they? I've been having loads of conversations about that this week because that's what Lucas and Wednesday are. They're like a very intense couple. And because they're both also slightly mad, makes it even more intense than it would be should they be just normal teenagers. But they ain't normal teenagers. How long does it take you to fully learn a set of lines? I reckon I'll know all my lines for Addams Family by like the 3rd week of rehearsals. Lucas is normal in the sense that he's not an Addams. He's normal in the sense that he's from a normal family, but Wednesday wouldn't like him if he was totally and utterly normal. He is weird. I'm not allowed to have pets in my flat. I'm allowed goldfish, but that's it. And I have Starboard, who's over there, who's now huge. As a child, did you play any instruments? Yes, I played the recorder, like most children do, and I played the saxophone. But I've not played the saxophone in a long time. Still have my saxophone, but it hasn't been played in a few years. Right, I'm going for the top coat. Oh! Could you if you tried? Could I what if I tried? I don't know what that question is. Explain to me what you mean and I will answer. Oh, could I play the saxophone if I tried? Yeah, I reckon I could remember vaguely. I mean, I was never very good at the saxophone, if we're being completely honest. But yeah, I'd be able to play a tune or two, but I'm not very good. I'll stick with my singing, dear. Really itchy nose. Do I miss my long hair? Yeah, I'm starting to miss it. And I'm starting to miss my long hair and I miss my short hair because I'm in that horrible halfway point at the moment, and I'm getting fed up with it. Whoa, Giants in the Sky 5 invited 36 fans to this broadcast. That is lovely of you. Thank you very, very much. What's your dream overseas holiday that you haven't been to? I would love to go to Pompeii. Would really love to go to Pompeii. I find that all fascinating, morbidly so. How do you manage being so busy? I don't. I often have meltdowns. I often can be found crying in some corner of my flat. No, I'm joking. I'm fine. But I do struggle sometimes with being busy because I'm really bad at saying no to stuff. So I'll say yes to something. And yeah, we'll end up just sort of screwing myself over, basically. How to keep up a hobby if you're not good at it? Not being good at something doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. If you enjoy it, do it. Why not? Especially if it's just a hobby, because if you're not like relying on it to, you know, make you money or do something, you know, important, then if it's just for fun and you're enjoying doing it, it doesn't matter if you're not good at it or not. Thank you very much, Kaylee C. That's very nice of you. Thanks. How many days of holiday do you get? I think we get like 2 weeks. Well, usually the way that the way that it worked in the West End is it was half a day's holiday for every week that you worked, but you'd take that holiday at certain times. I think it must be the same for touring productions, but the thing with touring productions is that they give you your holiday, like the whole show. Thank you very much, Joe H. I can't speak. The whole show will be off for like a week, and the whole cast will have a week off. Whereas West End shows definitely don't do that. West End shows have like everyone takes specific times. So many questions. How do you cope with pre-show nerves when you're just starting a run of shows? The first show's never going to go how you expect it to. I try my hardest just to be as prepared as possible, to know what I'm doing and where I'm going and what costume and props I need to use, just because that's always what I'm the most nervous about. And then all I need to be nervous about is doing all of that in front of someone, or in front of 1,000 people. But as long as I'm prepared and know what I'm doing, it's always fine. I sometimes think you get a lot of hate. Do you think that's the case, or just that it's more noticeable because you call it out, and rightly so? I think half and half. I think I get a lot of unnecessary hate, or I wouldn't even call it hate. I don't like. There's sometimes when people just say stuff, and I'm like, you've just not thought that through. It's not that it's coming from a malicious place. It's coming from like an entitled place. Like, people ask questions that they would ask their like close family or like close friends, that when you then ask a stranger, it's kind of rude. Or like if you ask it to a stranger and expect them to answer as honestly as they would expect their friend or family to answer, it's a case of like entitlement. Like I said in a live stream a couple weeks ago, or the other week, someone at Stage Door got like angry at me because I wouldn't tell them what my next job was, and like it wasn't any of their business, and I was contractually, legally not allowed to say. Thank you very much, Jessica L. And so it's stuff like that where people, the guy wasn't trying to be mean or trying to be malicious. He just sort of didn't quite understand why I wouldn't answer, or why that was a kind of rude question to ask someone who you don't know. So a lot of the time it's just stuff like that where I'm like, just think that through. I call it, so the way that I refer to it when I talk to Pete about it is I call it the inch of understanding. Let me explain. The inch of understanding is, it's like when this is where someone says something rude without realising that it's rude, and here is where here is like not asking that question because you totally understand. So that's like the inch of understanding. So if someone just thought about it for like an extra 20 seconds, they'd go, oh wait, well, they'd reach this conclusion and go, okay, well maybe I shouldn't ask that because of this reason. But they think of it and say it before they've like had that extra inch of understanding. So yeah, I don't know if that's like the best way of explaining it, but I call it the inch of understanding. Yeah, it's like filters. It's like someone saying something before they've thought it through. If they just gave it that inch more understanding, wouldn't ask the question or wouldn't say what they were going to say. Yeah, I find it like someone commented today on there was a picture I posted on Instagram, which was my 1,000th picture on Instagram, by the way. I missed that, of me and Oliver Ormson, who is playing Lucas, who is Wednesday's boyfriend. And someone posted something like, such a weird choice for Wednesday. And I was like, okay, number one, whilst I agree, because I understand what you mean by that, because I'm a very blonde, bubbly, happy person. Just think about it for a sec. I'm an actress. It doesn't matter what I'm like. What matters is whether I can act as Wednesday. And I've been cast as Wednesday, so that's proof enough that I can. So yeah, just think about it before you say something like that. Like, whilst I understand where you're coming from, there's thinking it and then there's saying it. And there's also saying it to your mate and saying it to the person you're talking about. Like, it's odd. It's really odd. So yeah. I can't remember where that stemmed from. I can't remember why I was talking about that. But I find it interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I find the whole YouTube world and what they call fan culture. I think I'm going to sneeze. Maybe not. Yeah, lack of tact. That's exactly what it is. And then people come back with, I'm just being honest. Like, go be honest somewhere else. Yeah, I find the whole idea of what they call fan culture and YouTube and viewers and creators and celebrity, I just find it all really, really interesting, because it's also relatively new in this day and age because of social media. We've never been in this situation in history before, so there aren't really any hard and fast rules about anything, and we're all kind of making it up as we go along. But so much of what we do in real life can be... Thank you very much, Sleepy Mimi. So much of what we do in real life can be made into analogies and applied to life online. So yeah, I just find it really interesting. I find it fascinating, and there are circumstances that I've been put in where I'm like, this should be documented, because this is so interesting. It's so interesting that I'm being put in this situation in the first place because someone just doesn't quite understand. And it's interesting that I have no idea how to react to this. There's nothing like this situation that I've ever been prepared for or I've never had someone sit me down and be like, right, if, when you're a parent sits you down and says, right, if someone touches you inappropriately, this is what you've got to do. You've got to tell someone, you've got to do, you know what I mean? Your parents prepare you for stuff, bad things that happen in life. But because of social media and because of how new it is, there are things that keep happening that no one knows how to deal with. No one's been prepared. No one's sat someone down and given them that talk, because there isn't a talk for that situation yet, because it's never happened. So I find it interesting that I'm sometimes, or people via YouTube, content creators or viewers alike are put in situations that have never happened before, and so they don't know how to deal with them. It's just interesting. I find it all very, very, very interesting. This is also a very interesting topic. Would you accept the role of a drug addict, for example? Oh God, it's disappeared. Would you accept the role of a drug addict, for example, and how would you feel about your audience seeing you in that light? See, I also find that really interesting because I am an actress. That is my job. So if there was a job where I had to play a drug addict I've already played a prostitute in a show, but if I, had to play a drug addict or a prostitute or I don't know, someone who was like really sweary, who was like not a good role model, like someone who smoked and blah, 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 someone just said it. It's called acting. That's not really who I am. So I would expect my audience, like even the younger viewers, to understand that that isn't me. And by accepting that role, I'm not promoting drugs or promoting swearing or smoking or whatever that role entailed. It's simply fiction. It's not real. In the same way that when you watch, Wolverine stab someone with his claws, like no one's like, Hugh Jackman, how could you? How could you promote stabbing people to young children who think you're a superhero? Like, that never happens. No one has a go at Hugh Jackman for that. Because that's not... everyone knows that he's an actor. But when it comes to YouTubers, because people know YouTubers as, like, they get to know them so personally, when someone then sees them doing something unsavoury, even if it's acting, people feel disappointed and let down. And that shouldn't be the case. Thank you very much, Rhiannon HP. Yeah, it shouldn't be. Yeah, the line between fact and fiction is increasingly blurred in this world, which is a whole other discussion. But it is really interesting. Like, once, someone had a go at me once for saying the word whore, because I said I caught, like, it was my whore corset. And I was like, I'm not just saying that for the lols. That is literally, in the programme, people are down as playing whores. I'm saying this word too much now in this live stream. I apologise, but I'm just trying to make a point. Like, the lovely ladies in Les Mis, in the programme, they are called whores, because that's what they are. And someone once had a go at me for that, and I was like, take it up with Victor Hugo. Take it up with Victor Hugo. It's not me. I'm not just saying this for a laugh. That is the part that I am playing. Yes, my top is from Primark, in other news. Yeah. My next tattoo. Take it up with Victor Hugo. Yeah, like someone said, Eleanor Snow in the book that I wrote, because I wrote a book for anyone who didn't know. Thank you very much, Kaylee C. She's a horrible, horrible person, but that doesn't mean that because I wrote that character, I am a horrible, horrible person. I can be a horrible person. I definitely have the capability to be, but no, I'm not. No, because that's like, I can be horrible, but that doesn't then like reflect on my overall person. Anyone can be horrible, but it doesn't mean that they're a bad person. Good people do bad things sometimes because people make mistakes and they do stupid stuff. I'm just reading through the comments, sorry. Port and starboard. Port died about a year ago, but starboard's still swimming strong. Port and starboard are my goldfish, by the way. Questions. So many questions. Ah. Oh my god, Charlie, working at the girls. I'm desperate to come and see that. I will definitely do that. I'll try and do it before Adam starts, or I'll do it like a week off or something. When would you decline a role? That's interesting. I've not been in that situation. Well, I have been in that situation, but only because I had to. Like, I was in the very, very lucky situation of choosing 2 roles. I got 2 roles, and it was simply a case of one of them was for a longer amount of time. The one was 9 performances, and the other one was 6 months worth of work. So I went with the 6 months. That'll never happen again, where I've got to choose between 2 jobs. That was very, very fortunate. But I don't know if there'd be any other situation where I had to decline a role. Someone said, you've opened up more on YouTube about painful elements of your past, and you even used some light swears lately. What has facilitated that change? If you maybe on light swears, I say like arse and crap and damn it. I've always said those. That hasn't been a change. Not often, but every 5 videos I'll say like arse or something, or arsehole. Yeah, I've always kind of said those words because that's as much as I'm comfortable with saying in front of a young audience. Because I know that when I was a kid, if like my dad had said arse in front of me, I wouldn't have been like, oh, can't believe it. I would have just been like, oh, dad said arse, you know what I mean? And the only reason that I used the F word, which I even bleeped out because I wasn't comfortable actually having that revealed, was a direct reference to someone else having said the F word. So yeah, I can't figure out what hand to itch my head with because I don't want to ruin my nails. Yeah, there's only... Yeah, people forget that you're... Yeah, I think people forget that I'm a 24-year-old woman. Like, I know that I am family-friendly when it comes to YouTube, and I will remain to be so because I know that I have a responsibility and a relationship with my audience, and I have no reason to change it. Like, I know that Louise sprinkled glitter recently. She was like, look, I'm a mum, I'm 30 years old, I just want to be a bit more myself. I want to be a bit more of a mumsy person, and I do. She said that she does swear off camera, and so she just wants to do more of that. So be prepared, and if you don't want to see that, then go away, and you can come back in a few years' time, maybe when you're... Someone said saw you in Panto. I've never been in Panto, so I don't know if you're thinking of the right person. Yeah, so Louise sort of like warned her audience before it was happening, which I totally agree with that move, completely and utterly, because if you suddenly just started like swearing in a video and your audience weren't prepared for it and you had young people in your audience, then it would just kind of wouldn't be fair. But I don't feel that. I don't feel like I'm sort of sacrificing anything at the moment. I might change my mind in years to come. I might suddenly kind of feel like, oh, maybe I do want to say the F word in a video. But right now, I have no need for that. I have no desire to change my content. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if I suddenly decided I wanted to change my content, I would be like, guys, just letting you know, I am changing my content. Yeah, my point was because I act like, even though I do have very family-friendly content, I'm still a 24-year-old woman. And when you think of any normal 24-year-old woman, she swears and whatever, you know, or like, you know, has conversations that are a bit risque, and think it was Emma who said a long time ago that I have a very wicked sense of humour, and I do. I know I do. But that's something I feel that I can share with my friends. That, like, I don't feel like I don't feel the need to share that with my audience, because I still have a sense of humour with my audience. I just use much more family-friendly content. But with my mates, I know that, like, we all have the understanding that if I make a joke about something, they all know me well enough to know that I am joking about it. You know, it's all about picking your audience. It's all about picking your audience. Yeah, isn't it in Friends where I can't remember, like, there's sense the tone. There's that in Friends, but then isn't there another one like where he says something like read the room or something? I can't remember. But it's just that, just like there are things that people say on Twitter or online or in videos and stuff, and I'm like, maybe you should have just said that to your mates. Oh God, please don't say that in front of people. I've meaning to make a video on professionalism for a really long time. Because I find... Do I have this conversation here? Do I make a video about it? Do I have time to make a video about it? The thing with YouTube and YouTubers is that for a lot of YouTubers, this YouTube has been their first and only job, or it's been their main job since they came out of school. And YouTube is, you know, if you've got a YouTube channel or a successful YouTube channel, the YouTuber does everything. They are sort of alone in their endeavour. They are the writer, they are the director, they are the producer, they are the editor, they star in the videos. So there's no sort of like hierarchy. It's just them. So then when it comes to having a brand deal or a sponsor or being cast as a presenter or something, suddenly there's a slight sort of like lack of professionalism, because they've never had a job where they've had to answer to anyone before. And I find it very interesting, because I've been working in theatre and stuff since I was a child, so I've always had to answer to a director. I've always sort of just, you do what you're told, basically, and there are some compromises where you say, how about this? And your director will either be like, yes or no. You make choices and your director will say if it's the right choice or not. But I'm lucky enough that I've had that from such a young age, whereas so many people haven't. And because YouTube is such a new and unique thing, so many YouTubers don't know what to do when suddenly there's a hierarchy and they need to answer to that person, and it all goes slightly awry. Yeah, that is true, someone said, but this is a fact of life from a young age with parents and teachers. Very, very true. Somehow I think it's different, though, when it's a job. Because if you know with parents and teachers that they are your authority figures, so when you've been working on your own for such a long time and you are your own director, and then suddenly someone says, actually, for this job, you have a director, suddenly the dynamic shifts a little bit. So many questions coming through. How do you audition for the next job whilst you're still in one? E.g., when you're in Les Mis and the War of the Worlds. There isn't really an etiquette. because as long as you like don't take time off to audition for stuff, as long as the auditions don't compromise the job that you're already in, that's kind of it. Because everyone knows that you have to have a job after the job that you're in ends. You've got to keep working as an actress. So there kind of isn't really an etiquette that way, because it's just understood that everyone needs to keep acting. But as long as the auditions that you're going for don't jeopardise the job that you already have, then you're fine. I'm going to go in 5 minutes, because we've been here for quite a while now. And I do need a wee, so there's that. Bye, Gary. Have you ever almost sworn on stage when you mess up? No. I'm crap at improvising, so if it's not in the script, I just won't say it. Unless I'm put in a situation where something's gone wrong and I have to say something for somebody else. But I've never almost sworn on stage. I've heard other people swear on stage, but I've never sworn on stage. Did I swear when I fell on stage? No, I didn't. I just went, ooh! I made a very old lady granny-ish type noise. Oh dear. That was me biting the inside of my lip. Sorry, I know I look really attractive when I do that. Yeah, as truly would. I made a very truly scrumptious type noise. Am I looking forward to the show? I'm guessing you mean Addams Family. You have no idea. You have no idea how much I'm looking forward to this show. It's ridiculous. What costume has been your favourite from any show you've done? I loved Beth's Beth's costume from War of the Worlds. It's like a silver corset with a purple jacket, and it had keys on the arms. Gorgeous big skirt and amazing boots. So good. It was a great, great outfit. Do I know a PE teacher with the surname Fraser? It wouldn't be Hannah Fraser by any chance, would it? Because she was my best friend at school, and we still keep in touch and see each other. That reminds me, I haven't texted her in a very long time, so I definitely should. I miss her. I was thinking about her the other day, actually. You could listen to my accent all day. Oh, that's nice. Mine's a very boring English accent. It's very, standard, I think. My t-shirt says, I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good. Thank you very much, Esther J. Yeah, they did give me those boots from All the Worlds. I still have them, but they're quite uncomfortable, so I haven't worn them in a while. But I do love them. No, the key around my neck doesn't unlock anything. Unlocks my heart. Ah. Scott, you're back. Scott, I'm going in 5 minutes. Do you want to FaceTime? Are you busy? Right. In fact, I'm going in 1 minute because I said 5 minutes 5 minutes ago. So one last question. One last question. Favourite Pixar movie? That's my last question. My favourite Pixar movie is Ratatouille. I Blimmin' love Remy. He's the best. Right, I'm going to go. My next live stream will be next week because I am rooming with Scott in London. So at some point, I'm sure we will go on YouNow and be outrageously outrageous. So thank you everyone for being here. I really appreciate it. And I shall see you next week. And go over to my YouTube channel because there's a new video there with Johnny. And it's us going through lowbudgetbeast.tumblr.com. So it's basically us laughing for about 5 minutes. So go over and watch that. youtube.com/Carrie. Mwah! Bye!